All right, boys. It's time to settle the league, as we aren't going to see the games at the moment. Let's see who can win the Premier League title. Okay then, boys, so today we are back with a brand new video, and as you might be able to tell, a little bit of a different video than usual. Not a Foot Champs challenge, not a pack opening, it's all to do with the Premier League. So, if you guys have been living under a rock, basically, if you didn't know, obviously football games and other big events have been postponed due to the fact of the coronavirus and how obviously big it's actually become. So obviously we don't know whether we're going to see any more Premier League games. The next time it's going to be reviewed is April the 4th, I believe, and we might not even get any games by then, obviously delaying other stuff like the Euros, etc. So I thought, you know what, I'll take it into my hands to see how the Premier League is decided. So obviously I'm going to explain in a minute of how this is going to work. We're actually going to be using FIFA to generate the results to then put into a league table and then see where the league ends up. So I'll go through all that in a minute, but if you guys do enjoy this video and we hit, let's say, 1,000 likes by the end of the week, we'll go ahead and do either a Champions League one, another League one, a Europa League, Euros. If you guys let me know what you want to see the most in the comments, and also like a comment if you've already seen someone say like the Champions League, like that, the highest like one we will do if you guys obviously enjoy this video and get like 1,000 likes by the end of the week. It's something different and obviously something that can be interesting because obviously we haven't got the games being played, so it's going to be interesting and hopefully Man United qualify. That's my aim. Obviously I'm going to be repping Man United in the career mode. I'm not actually making any changes. You just have to choose a team, and obviously I'm going to choose a team I support. So first things first, let me show you how we're going to be doing this. So like I said, first things first, we're going into the career mode, and if you didn't know, in your very first season you get the exact same fixture sheet as you do in real life. So we're going to be simming to the date of March the 15th, obviously, which would have been the next day of fixtures. March the 14th would have been the next day of fixtures for the Premier League. Obviously, that we missed this weekend, sadly, and it's still very upsetting to this day. So on career mode, you can actually go over to the calendar and select a day you want to simulate to. So if you go to, like I said, the 14th, obviously it's not going to show a game for Man United for being scheduled because obviously we were going to play on the Sunday, but 15th, as you can see, Spurs, the Man United Spurs game, and then obviously Sheffield next. If you want to check the fixture list, it literally is in the same order. However, I have tested this before, and sometimes some fixtures get delayed, but it doesn't matter. Obviously, we can fill the fixtures in a later date when they actually get played, and obviously I'm going to show you the table where we're going to be filling it in as well. But yeah, don't worry if you don't see the right fixtures on the right week. Like I said, they'll just get rescheduled because of cut games in the career mode, and it's just because of stuff like that. So don't worry about that. And obviously the actual league table in the career mode is going to be different, but we have got the official league table that I'm going to go ahead and show you now. And as you can see, here is the league table with the current standings places. As you can see, Liverpool at the top 4 being Man City, Leicester, Chelsea, and then if you go down at the bottom, obviously we've got Bournemouth, Villa and Norwich in the relegation zone currently. But basically, if I go ahead and scroll up, we've actually got the fixture list here, and basically when you put a fixture in, let's say for example Man United win 3-0 against Spurs, and we calculate that, as you should have been able to see below, if we scroll back down properly again, as you can see, Man United then go above Chelsea, down to obviously the goal difference, as you can see there, and because they got that win, and that's basically how it updates it. A very cool tool that I managed to find. I was literally previously going to do this in Excel, which would have took like so much longer, and I probably would have made a couple of mistakes, but basically that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over there, put the fixture results in, and calculate it every week. And like I said, if there is a rescheduled fixture, we can actually go back to that fixture list to put the result in and then get that calculated for the total of the points and goal difference, etc. So hopefully you guys are kind of understanding in terms of what we are going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate the games now, and just in case you're wondering how the games get simulated on FIFA, let me go ahead and show you that as well. So if we go now, so as you can see, I'm showing you the example of the very first game of the Premier League against Chelsea. So we go ahead and click sim match, and basically all we have to do is advance, and it will go ahead and simulate the game for obviously this game, and then it will simulate the other games as well to create the total of results. That scores, you know, false. Obviously Man United won 4-0, so, you know, shut up, EA. But yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. And then what we do after that to see all of the results is we go over to season, we go over to standings, and as you can see to the right of the false table, we've got obviously the results of that weekend, as you can see there. And then what we do with them results is put them results into the fixture list to then calculate the table and go from there. So anyways, it sounds more complicated than it is, I think. So I'm going to go ahead now and simulate all the way to the current day of the fixtures, which is obviously the 14th. Let's go get them fixtures done, and let's see who can get the wins. All right, boys, so I have simulated to the 17th because that's just after all the fixtures of the weekend, so we can get them all done in one. But like I said, as you can see here, Man United didn't actually play it on the 15th because the game was rescheduled, obviously due to a cup game or something like that. So that game will be played at a later date. But let's fill in the results we have got for now. So we have got some of the fixtures from the 14th. So Brighton lost 4-1 to Arsenal on the 14th. Then we got Sheffield United beating Newcastle 2-1. We got Southampton beating Norwich 2-0. We got Leicester beating Watford 4-0. And Bournemouth beating Crystal Palace 2-1. Alright, let's go over to the website now, fill in the results. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we can see what the league is updated to after that. So actually, quite a few fixtures missing there. As you can see, before we update, Aston Villa and Chelsea didn't play. Tottenham and Man United didn't play. West Ham and Wolves didn't play. And Everton and Liverpool didn't play. So obviously, them games will be rescheduled, like I said, and we'll find them back later on. But let's go ahead now and update with the actual fixtures that are played. So here are the league standings after that fixture list. So there we go, as you can see, Leicester closing in on Man City, but Man City have actually got 2 games in hand. Sheffield United have overtaken United with their game in hand as well. And nothing has really changed at the bottom. Obviously, they're the main key places we're looking at. The relegation zone, the top 5 or top 6. So yeah, I guess onto fixture list number 2 or week number 2, but not number 2. What is it? It's actually technically week 31. All right, let's see how this goes. So the last March fixtures we have got, as you'll be able to see in a sec, we have got Newcastle drawing to Aston Villa. We've got Burnley losing 3-1 to Watford. Liverpool winning 5-0. Even though that means they're now 1 win away from clutching the Premier League title. Then below that, we've got Leicester winning 4-1, Norwich losing 3-0 to Everton, and Arsenal winning 3-1 against Southampton. And then also one more down, we've got Spurs beating West Ham 3-1. And then also on the Sunday, on the 22nd, we've got Wolves drawing with Bournemouth. We've got Man United beating Sheffield. And then we've got Chelsea losing 4-0 to Manchester City. All right, I think there could be a few changes in the league table after them results. Let's go ahead, put the fixtures in, update it, and see what happened. All right, so here's the league table before we get the calculate results in. Let's see what changes. Let's go ahead and calculate. So we've got some changes 100%. We've got Man United now going into that 4th place. Obviously beating Sheffield 3-0 and getting that win. Chelsea going down to now 5th. And actually Sheffield going down to 7th because Arsenal have now crept up the league table, beating Southampton 3-1. Down below at the relegation area, we've got West Ham going into the bottom 3. Watford actually going above them. However, Watford have played 1 extra game, so West Ham can definitely come back there if they get a decent win in their game in hand. But a few changes coming around the top and bottom half of the league in that set of fixtures. And the next fixtures we've got is the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and also 5th of April. All right then, boys, so the results are in from the 1st to the 5th of April. Let's see what has happened. So starting from the top, Liverpool have now officially won the Premier League title, smashing Watford 5-0 to that league victory. Obviously, don't worry, this was corrected later in the video. But then other fixtures, we've got Man City drawing with Arsenal. We've then got Chelsea beating West Ham. Then we've got Arsenal again playing the next few days, I think, because that was actually midweek game to catch up on the fixtures. We've got Arsenal beating Norwich 2-1. Then going down further, we've got Everton losing to Leicester 2-0. We've got Crystal Palace losing to Burnley 2-1. And then we've got Man United beating Brighton. And then we've also got Newcastle beating Bournemouth. And then Watford losing 2-1 to Southampton. We've got then Liverpool beating Man City. Then Spurs beating Sheffield. And then Wolves beating Aston Villa. All right, then let's put these fixtures in and let's see where that leaves us after them games. And I just realised when I put the results in, the Watford-Liverpool games actually already happened. So Liverpool haven't won the league now because they actually lost 3-0. I don't know why it was rescheduled so late in this simulation. But, you know, we'll ignore that score. Actually, also, I take it back because Liverpool have just beat Man City in the next game that was in here as well. So they actually have won the league. Okay, anyways, back to the actual table update. So here we have the table just before we go ahead and update it. So here we go with the calculated results. We've got a few changes. We've got Leicester City overtaking Man City. Obviously, Man City have a game in hand on Leicester, but they have overtook them again into 2nd place. We've still got Man United in 4th place, Chelsea in 5th, Arsenal still in 6th as well, crept up there. Sheffield United have gone down a bit, I can't lie. By the looks of it, EA don't really like them, and I don't think they're very good. And also, as you can see at the bottom, they have stayed the same as well. And it's getting interesting. Obviously, the top 5 is now what we're looking at. Liverpool have officially won the league. They are top and have won it. Now it's interesting to see who will get the Champions League spots and the Europa League spots, and then also who will get relegated in the end. All right, on to the next set of fixtures. All right, then, boys, let's see the results of them dates as well then. Obviously, not the official dates because some of the games will be played in different dates, but the next set of fixtures, let's see what's happened. So here we are on the 11th. So we've got Burnley drawing with Sheffield United. Then we've got Chelsea losing 3-0 to Watford. Then Leicester winning 2-1 against Crystal Palace. Man City firing back, winning 4-1 against Southampton. Then Tottenham drawing 1-0 with Everton. Liverpool smashing their opponents once again, winning 5-0 against Aston Villa. Norwich losing then 2-1 to Brighton. And then Newcastle have beaten West Ham 2-1. Man United beating Bournemouth 3-0. Arsenal beating Wolves 1-0. And that is it for the moment. Definitely some interesting results there. I mean, Villa have taken a big loss there. 5-0 is going to impact, obviously, their goal difference near the bottom. Everyone in the bottom 3 is lost again, so that's not really going to change. It's more the top 4 that could change. But let's put the results in. Let's get it updated, and let's see what happens. So we have all of the results in. Let's go ahead now and calculate and see what changes we can see. So Arsenal have now leapfrogged Chelsea. Chelsea have just gone downhill near the end of this season, and Arsenal have overtaken them in 5th place, going 1 point behind Man United, but Man United have got a game in hand on them. Leicester still sitting strong in 2nd place, obviously with that game in hand on Manchester City, both of them winning. And once again, like I said, after looking at the results, the bottom 3 stay the same. However, West Ham and Villa both have game in hand on Bournemouth, and if Villa win both of their game in hands, they can actually overtake Bournemouth. It is getting intense, though, getting to near the end of the season. All right, on to the next batch of fixtures. All right, now, so on to the next set of fixtures that we have got. I think we've got some midweek games coming up on the game soon, so that will hopefully fill in some of the fixtures that we've already previously missed. But on to these fixtures now. We've got Watford beating Norwich 2-1. We've got West Ham drawing with Burnley. We've then got Bournemouth drawing actually with Tottenham. Everton then drawing with Southampton. Man City beating Newcastle 3-0. Crystal Palace beating Chelsea 3-0. Then on to the next day, we got Arsenal losing 2-1 to Leicester. We then got Brighton getting smashed by Liverpool again, 4-0. Liverpool are smashing in the goals right now. But then got Man United winning 3-1 against Aston Villa. And then 4-0 for Wolves against Sheffield United. And that is it for now. I mean, both Arsenal and Chelsea losing doesn't actually help their position in 5th and 6th. It would be interesting to see what happens when we put the results in. Okay, so the results are now in, so it's ready to go ahead and calculate and see if we can see any significant changes in the league table. So, bang! We have got Wolves moving above Spurs, getting closer to that top 6. Once again, though, the bottom half is exactly the same. Obviously, we got Liverpool still at that top on 94 points. Closing in on breaking the record of the tally. I think they could actually hit 100 points at this rate. They are absolutely demolishing anyone that steps in front of them. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, not too many changes as of yet. Obviously, not too many games left either. As you can see, most teams have got either 4 or 5 games remaining in this league. And it's getting close to the end, boys. We are nearly there. On to now the next fixtures, which I think are a few midweek games that people have missed out on, I think. And now onto these next fixtures. I think these are like fill-in fixtures. Obviously, the ones that have been rescheduled on this game that we're going to have to go back and fill in. So let's get them done and let's see what happens in them. Alright then, so for the rescheduled fixtures, let's see what's happened. So as you can see, we've got Everton losing 4-0 to Liverpool. We've got Spurs and Man United drawing, which definitely could be big. We've then got Villa beating Chelsea, Wolves beating West Ham, and Man City beating Burnley. So now I've just got to go ahead and find out where these fixtures were and where they were missed. So let me go ahead, fill them in, and then we can update it and see what the table's looking like after. All right, then, boys, so all of them fixtures are now filled in. So if we calculate that, the games in hand should be closing down. If we calculate now, Wolves move up to 5th. Wolves have had a very strong end to this season by the looks of it, and they are not far off that top 4 now. Obviously, United drawing. If they got that win, they would have been on 60, but Leicester now moving down actually to 3rd. Man City overtaking them by 2 points. Bottom half has changed a little bit. We got now Villa 18th, West Ham going down to 19th, and obviously Norwich staying at 20th. And Norwich are pretty much nearly relegated. I think if Bournemouth win one more game, it's literally impossible for them to come out of the relegation zone. I'm sorry to say, Norwich fans, I'm sorry. It looks like you're going down. Alright then, on to the next fixtures. Oh, it's getting close. Alright, so I've simmed now for the next fixtures. Let's see how they ended up. So we have got Man United beating Southampton 3-2. Sheffield United and Chelsea drawing 1-1. Crystal Palace beating Aston Villa 4-0. Leicester winning 2-1 against Bournemouth. Watford and Newcastle drawing 2-2. And then at the end, we've got a London derby and Tottenham and Arsenal drawing 1-1. Alright, some interesting results there. Definitely could affect the table in some places. Let's see how it goes. Alright, there were some teams not playing then. Let's see how that affects the league table. So, we see a change again of Leicester overtaking Man City with that game in hand they've just played. Arsenal now actually going over Wolves with their game in hand. And then in the bottom half, we've got Aston Villa, West Ham and Norwich all in the same positions as well. However, Bournemouth not winning, which means Norwich have a bit of hope that they could possibly get out the relegation zone. Come on, Norwich, you got this. All right, on to now the next set of fixtures. We are literally getting near the end now. Like, we're not far off. Some teams literally have 3 games remaining, so it's going to be interesting. All right then, boys, the next round of results are in. Let's see what's happening. So in the first result of May, we've got Leicester beating Sheffield United 2-0. Then down below that, we've got Villa smashing Everton 4-0. Not bad at all. Then we've got Chelsea and Norwich drawing, which I think could mean Norwich might be going down. We'll check We'll check after we update the table. Then we got Man City winning 4-0. We got Newcastle United losing 4-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. We got then Watford beating West Ham 2-1. And then going down to the next day, we got Crystal Palace and Man United drawing. Wolves winning 4-0 against Burnley. Southampton losing 1-0 to Brighton. Liverpool beating Arsenal 1-0. And that is it for now. Some of them results could be big. I mean, United drawing and Wolves winning, that actually could put Wolves a lot closer to that top 4 position. And then also Villa winning 4-0 is definitely a big result. But let's go put their fixtures in and let's see where it leaves the table. Alright, so the results are now been put in. Let's see what happens when we calculate and see what happens with the table. Bang! We have got Watford now going back into that 5th place. And actually, Arsenal dropping down to 7th with Spurs overtaking them as well. So, Man United are still in 4th on 62 points. Obviously, Wolves have a game in hand, which could put them on to then 59 points. Not too far behind. Leicester still above Man City, but Man City have that game in hand in the top of the table. And also, Liverpool hitting that 100-point mark, which is just ridiculous. And Villa are not now far off getting out that relegation zone. If they win their game in hand, they will actually overtake Bournemouth to go into that 17th position. West Ham still down there at 19th, and obviously Norwich down there in the 20th. And it is actually now mathematically impossible for Norwich to come out of that relegation zone, sadly, meaning they are officially relegated. Alright, so we got our first relegated team. Obviously, we had our league winners ages ago. So, league winners of Liverpool, first relegated team officially of Norwich. Alright, on to now the next set of fixtures. Let's do it. Alright, so the scores are in. Let's have a look. Alright, so first score, we've got Tottenham and Leicester drawing 1-1. Then below that, we've got Newcastle beating Brighton 4-1. Bournemouth then losing 2-0 to Southampton. Villa losing 1-0 to Arsenal. Sheffield United and Everton then drawing 0-0. Burnley beating Norwich 2-0. Then Manchester United drawing 2-2 with West Ham, and Wolves picking up some points there, winning 3-1 against Crystal Palace. Man City then beating Watford 3-1, and Liverpool beating Chelsea 4-0. Okay, some big results again. Big results coming in. All right, let's see where that puts the table then. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I think there could be a few swaps around the table here, but let's go ahead and calculate. And we see, actually, not much at the top. We've got, actually, Man City then overtaking Leicester again. And also have a game in hand. So, it looks like Man City are most likely going to finish second in the league. And Man United actually are still 4th. But Wolves do have a game in hand. And if they win that game in hand, they actually go on to 62 points. 1 point behind United. And the bottom half is still the same in terms of position slots. But Villa are actually level on points with Bournemouth. And if they win a game in hand that they have on them, they can actually overtake them and get out of this relegation zone. So, very interesting. And West Ham pretty much need to win both of their games and hope that Bournemouth don't get a win for them to get out of it as well. Alright, literally not many fixtures now. I know I kept saying it, but obviously this is literally coming to the end now. We've got most teams on 36 or 37 games playing, meaning they only have 1 or 2 games left. Let's just see how these last few fixtures go. And by the looks of it, next up we have games that have been rescheduled. So let's see how they go. Alright then, the game in hand scores on the doors are Brighton losing 4-0 to Manchester City. We've then got Wolves drawing 2-2 with Everton, Liverpool beating Burnley 2-0, and West Ham smashing Norwich with a 5-0 win. Alright, let's fill them in on the games where they've missed it and see what that does to the table. Alright, so putting them results through now, as you should be able to see, we actually see Bournemouth go into that relegation zone. West Ham actually overtaking them on the same amount of games played, better goal difference. Obviously, West Ham winning 5-0 really did help them in terms of goal difference wise. However, we could see them go back down if Villa win their game in hand. But at the top, we've got Wolves obviously drawing there, going 3 points now behind United. Would have been better for them, obviously, to win, to be actually 2 points behind. But 1 more game to go. This is what it comes down to. I think, looking at the top 4 for this last game, nothing can obviously really drastically change. If Wolves win, they pretty much have to win by quite a high scoreline to overtake United, and United have to be absolutely smashed in the last game to go below them. But so by the looks of it, the top 4 could be settled as Liverpool, Manchester City, Leicester and Man United. In terms of the Europa League slot, I think Wolves will probably go ahead and get it unless they choke at the end. I mean, they have to lose once again by quite a bit for Arsenal to overtake them if Arsenal win their final game. And at the bottom half, that is definitely going to be interesting. Villa still with that game in hand, and all the points are close from 17th down to 19th. So it's definitely going to be an interesting end. I feel like I've just missed a Villa result because by the looks of this, there's no more fixtures to be played. So we're going to have to go back through and find out where we've missed it and what game it was. We missed the Villa-Sheffield result. Let's see if I can quickly find that first. So I've gone ahead and found that result. As you can see, Villa actually drew with Sheffield. So I need to fill that in. I don't know how I missed it. So filling that in and calculating the table, that puts them Villa on 33 points. So it is down to this very final game now. Oh, the bottom half is very close. Okay. All right, then, boys. So we now got the final fixtures of the season. Let's see how they played out. So we've got Arsenal beating Watford 2-1, Burnley and Brighton drawing 0-0. Wolves did actually win 1-0 against Chelsea, but not enough goals to take over in that 4th slot. Then we've got Crystal Palace losing to Tottenham 1-0. We've got Everton beating Bournemouth 2-0. We've got Leicester drawing 1-0 with Manchester United. We've got Man City beating Norwich 3-0. Liverpool winning 3-1 against Newcastle. Sheffield United beating Southampton 1-0. Then we've got West Ham losing 2-0 to Aston Villa, which could be absolutely massive. And that being the last fixture. So let me go and fill them results in, and let's see how the Premier League has ended for the 2019/2020 season. Alright then, boys, so now then the final refresh, the final game of the season. This will be where the table will be finishing and the last updated results will be processed. So here we go then in 3, 2, 1, bang! We have now got the official end of the Premier League season. So we got Liverpool at the top on 109 points. That is genuinely ridiculous. Like, if that actually happened, that would be ridiculous. 109 points. Jesus. Then sitting in 2nd place, we've got Manchester City. In 3rd is Leicester. 4th place is Manchester United. So that is the top 4. And obviously the Champions League qualifying teams. However, if City have still their ban in real life, that would mean then in 5th place, Wolves would actually get into the Champions League, I believe. And then 6th, Arsenal would then get in the Europa League. And then 7th, we've got Tottenham. 8th, we've got Chelsea. 9th, we've got Sheffield. 10th, we've got Burnley. 11th, we've got Everton. 12th, we've got Crystal Palace. 13th is Newcastle. 14th is Southampton. 15th is then Watford. 16th is then Brighton. 17th, and then clutching against relegation was Aston Villa with the 36 points. Then 18th, we've got West Ham United on 32 points. 19th, we have Bournemouth on 32 points. And then 20, we had Norwich, who were relegated a little bit earlier on 22 points. So looking back at, again, obviously the top 4 and the UCL qualifying teams are Liverpool, Man City, Leicester and United. Obviously Liverpool winning the league. And then in the Europa League would be Wolves. However, like I said, though, with the Man City financial fair play ban, it could be a little bit different. And then obviously the relegated teams from this season would be West Ham, Bournemouth and Norwich. Well, there we go then, boys. Very, very interesting video. It actually was very fun to record. Like, it was intense getting through the fixtures and seeing the league update and obviously standing like that. Obviously, as a Man United fan, I'd be very happy with that ending. I mean, Chelsea just seems to get absolutely destroyed. I don't know if EA just hate them, but most of the games I saw that I remember, they were losing like 3-0, 4-0 against teams they should be beating. So that was definitely interesting. Obviously, them going from 4th place to 8th in the end. A little bit interesting there. Obviously, Arsenal making a comeback and going into 6th place. But yeah, it was definitely fun. So like I said earlier in the video, if you would like to see me do a Champions League version of this or a different league like a Bundesliga, a La Liga, etc., let me know in the comments, and also smash the like button. The most liked one that I see in the comment, I will do next if you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously a different type of video, but if you guys would like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.